So I'm Vince Pupi,
I'm Matt Walker.
and this is our life lessons presentation on the importance of knowing your strengths and weaknesses as a leader. So this is a topic that we chose because we think it's a really critical concept for being an effective leader, an effective team member, and really just understanding yourself better as a person. So we're going to start off by going over some good and bad characteristics of leaders, and then move into some steps that we think will help you better understand what your strengths and weaknesses are as a leader. So to start out and solicit some audience participation, who can think of some examples of good strengths of good leaders? For a piece of candy. Jim.
Humility.
Good one. Good. Good.
Charisma.
Oh, not a good toss. Take another one. Good.
Good listener.
Good listener. One more. Anthony.
Honesty.
Alright, good. So I think those are all great examples. Kind of putting those a little bit into practice. These are the 6 that Matt and I compiled that we thought were really important. 2 I think that go hand in hand are positivity and perseverance. So in practice, understanding that you're a positive person that is good at overcoming challenges will really help you to inspire and empower your team. And a positive attitude is really contagious, so understanding that will definitely help you.
So weaknesses of a poor leader. So what characteristics do you guys think are make up a poor leader? For Candy. Go ahead, Anthony.
Lack of empathy.
Empathy. Yeah, you had one?
Ignorance.
Ignorance. Cool.
Close-mindedness.
Good. Alright, so here's our weaknesses. We think the 4 big ones. I think the first one is poor communication and listening skills. If you're talking to someone and you're just not really paying attention and taking them seriously, it's not really effective, especially in a leadership role. Lack of humility, give people their space, and let them work. Don't micromanage. Inconsistency. If you're treating people differently in the same scenario, it really doesn't allow that trust to build, which is important, especially in the workplace. Assigning blame. Things are going to go wrong, and it's really easy sometimes to point fingers at where the fault was, but that really doesn't accomplish anything, especially in like a team setting, like you're going to be in the workplace. Alright, so steps to learning your strengths and weaknesses as a leader. We suggest that you first conduct a self-assessment and begin with brainstorming your top 5 strengths, journaling your daily activities. So going through daily activities and thinking about areas where you were confident, things that went really well, and also going through your daily activities and looking at things that maybe didn't go too well, maybe you weren't too confident with. As we all know, going through kind of recruiting and looking for jobs and internships, knowing your strengths and weaknesses is really important. Like you're going to be asked about it in an interview, so being able to call upon them with anecdotes and stories and examples is really important as well.
So the next step we think is important is identifying some respondents and asking for feedback. So the first step to this is kind of just getting a wide range of perspectives, people inside and outside the workplace, whether it's friends, family, teachers, peers, co-workers, and we really think that this is the best way to get kind of a rich and broad understanding of yourself as a person. And kind of in asking them, we really think that the best way to get the most meaningful responses is giving specific examples of when your strengths have been used to do something meaningful for them. So on one hand, that really just allows them to think a lot more critically about this and give you the best responses. And then the third element is just making sure you're giving them ample time. So whether you're sending them an email questionnaire or scheduling a conversation with them over the phone or in person, giving them ample time and making sure they're prepared shows them that you're really serious about this and genuine about improving yourself.
The next step, find common themes and paint your self-portrait. So kind of reflecting back on the results of your self-assessment and peer feedback, you may even discover strengths that you possess that you didn't even know that you had. Searching for common themes and new ideas, write a description of your findings, kind of like how we wrote down on the note card our goals in the beginning of the semester. Same idea kind of applies to this, and it helps you build off your strengths and kind of look at your weaknesses and work on improving them as well.
And then finally, just bringing it all together, we think it's best to just design your leadership role around what you find through your feedback and self-portrait. So think about the times when your strengths have been used to excel in the past, and think about how you can continue to build on these and use these to be successful in the future. Second, just being conscious of what your weaknesses are and taking some initiative to improve them. This is obviously a lot more easier said than done, but I personally think that the hardest part about this is trying to pinpoint what your weaknesses are. So by getting your feedback already, you've already accomplished that, and you'll be able to take a lot more effective plan of action. And then the final quote we want to leave you with is "Earn your leadership every day" by Michael Jordan. Improving yourself, as we've learned through your class and in life, is really an iterative process. So it really requires you to take initiative whenever possible and do everything you can to improve yourself to be the best leader possible. Any questions?
Excellent.